Most people who think they're burning out are somewhere else. They're in capacity overload. It looks like burnout. It isn't. And the standard advice, rest, take time off, scale back, doesn't fully resolve it. It calms it. It doesn't lift it. I went into the difference in the last video. This one is the diagnosis. 5 signs. The last one is the one that separates it from burnout cleanly. Sign 1. The tools you use stop landing. You know how to ground yourself. You know how to regulate. You've got routines that have brought you back before. And now you run them and nothing happens. You're not doing it wrong. You're not out of practice. Your system doesn't have bandwidth to convert the input into a result. When your discipline stops playing out, it isn't a discipline problem. It's a capacity problem. Sign 2. Small decisions feel disproportionately heavy. You can still rally for the big ones. Deadlines, emergencies, the thing that demands a response, you respond. But what to eat, when to start work, whether to reply to a text, those start taking effort that doesn't match their size. That mismatch is a tell. When 10-second decisions cost you 20 minutes of internal friction, the load is showing up as a drag. Sign 3. You go quiet, and it isn't depression. It's math. The cost of explaining where you are starts outweighing the energy of the connection. So you stop reaching out. You stop replying. You let threads die. You tell yourself you're just busy. But the truth is more specific. You don't have the capacity to be known right now. So you withdraw the part of you that gets known. Sign 4. You're still watching yourself fail to your own standard. You hear yourself snap. You catch yourself half present. You feel the gap between how you'd want to respond and how you're actually responding. And you can see it in real time. That's the part that messes with you. You're not unaware. You're not sleeping at the wheel. You're watching the wheel from the back seat. That disassociation isn't a character flaw. It's what awareness looks like when it has no horsepower behind it. Sign 5. The one that separates this from burnout. Recovery doesn't recover you. You take the wheel. You sleep in. You take a real break. And you come back paused. Not refreshed, not worse, not better, just held in place. Because the load doesn't go anywhere. You just stepped away from the inputs. You didn't lower the demand. So your system stayed at the same pressure the entire time you were resting. When rest doesn't reset you, it isn't that the rest failed. It's that the rest alone isn't the right intervention. If 3 or more of those landed, you're probably in it. The good news is capacity isn't fixed. You can rebuild it, but the way you rebuild it isn't what most people try first. That's the next video. How to come back from capacity overload without losing the ground you've built. Subscribe so you don't miss it.